Hey, good morning. I am Jo Ellen, and I want to teach you a really simple eyeshadow look today, but not just any eyeshadow look, a summer natural eyeshadow look. During the summer, I don't know about you, but I just feel like I want to look put together, but I also want to wear less. It's hot, it's humid. I don't want to pile all the makeup on my face because then it's just I feel like it'll be too heavy, it'll just look too heavy, it'll feel too heavy. So I want to go for more soft and natural looks. So, like I said though, I want us to look put together. So when it comes to summer makeup, you want to wear less and also kind of switch out your colors. So if you're used to wearing a little bit darker, bolder eyeshadow colors, you want to switch to softer, more natural colors because that's light and airy and just soft and beautiful for summer. So I want to share a really simple, easy, natural summer eyeshadow look that you can recreate. Doesn't matter what eyeshadow or makeup that you use. Just use these techniques and these tips to recreate it in your home. So the very first thing before I put eyeshadow on is I always add eyeshadow primer. Have you ever had problems with a crease of your color in your, like kind of building up on your eyelid? Or have you ever noticed your eyeshadow kind of falling off during the day or just melting away? You definitely want to start with an eyeshadow primer. This is really inexpensive. I've used this brand for many years. It works really well. There are lots of other ones out there. This one's like, I don't know, $5 and it will last forever. You just need a tiny little dollop, put it on your eyelids. Then the next thing I do is I prime my eyelids. Many of us have different colors in our eyelids. So we have like blues and purples. The veins are showing through. Our skin is a little bit more delicate and soft and tender up there. So we have, different colors that are showing through. And so when we put an eyeshadow color right on that, your eyeshadow color is not going to appear true to color. It's going to look dull and muted and it's not going to pop. So if you want your eyeshadow to pop and appear better on your eyelids, then just take your foundation color, whatever foundation you use on your face, put that on your eyelid, and then you're good to go, okay? So do those two tips first before you apply your eyeshadow, and you'll notice a big difference in how your eyeshadow will stay and last and appear, okay? So for this look, I'm using 2 brushes. You could get by with one, but I'll show you why I like 2 brushes. This one right here is a little bit dense and flat, and then this side right here is fluffy. It's great for blending, okay? And I'm gonna be using 3 colors. I usually like to use 4 colors, but again, we're going for a very soft, natural summer eyeshadow look, so we're going with less. So you can recreate this look with whatever color combo that you want. You just want a very light color, a medium, and a darker color. I love pinks in the summer and springtime. I just feel like it's just light and airy and very feminine, and so that's what I like to usually kind of go for. So this one right here, I'm going to start with this light pink color. It's matte, and I'm going to use this dense flat side of my eyeshadow brush. Now the reason why I'm using this instead of the fluffy one to apply is because when you're using a flat dense brush, you can pick up more pigment and you can place it exactly where you want to. You can just kind of place and tap it and press it. Whereas with this one will give you a lighter, more airy, more blended look. This one will give you a more pigmented placement, okay? So this one is a very light color, so I really want to help it show as best as I can. So I'm gonna close my eye and I'm going to just tap that onto my eyelid. And because it is a very light color, it's not gonna show up a whole lot, but it will just add a little bit of color to your eyelid. Now use as much or as little as you want. So if you wanna go for a little bit more dramatic or bolder look, add more. If you wanna go for light, then just add less. It's all up to you, okay? So I'm just pressing that onto my eyelid from my lashes to right here where my eyeball ends and my brow bone meets. So just pressing that on there all over my eyelid. It's really simple. Now do the same thing on the other eye to match. And I've already put my mascara on just to make you not have to sit and watch me do that. I'm trying to take as little of your time as possible. Okay, so there we have on both of my eyelids that light pink color. I'm just pressing and tapping right there, right? So it's just a tiny light little little color. It's matte, it's very subtle, really simple. Now I'm gonna use this fluffy brush. It's so perfect for blending and getting a light look. Now I'm gonna go in with a darker color. If you don't have a brown in your eyeshadow palette, you gotta get one. You know, you can go for a cool brown or a warm brown or a neutral brown. You need to have a brown in your eyeshadow palette because brown is a really great buildable color. It will help, it's kind of like adding contour to your eyelids. It helps add that shape and shadow and dimension on your eyelid. And then you can layer on top of it. So it's a must-have in your eyeshadow palette is to have a good brown. So if you want to know a good brown for you, I'm happy to point you in the right direction. This one is kind of a more neutral brown. All right, so now I'm going to close my eye and I'm going to apply this on my outer corner of my eyelid. Okay, so I'm just kind of focusing on kind of a sideways V, and I'm just lightly dusting it on. I'm doing circular motions, so it's lightly dusting it on, feathering it on, and then I'm gonna bring it into my crease. So I'm just, seriously, it is so, I wish, maybe I can go sideways. You can see like how lightly I am touching my skin. Super, super light. It's almost like you're tickling your face with your brush or with like a feather. I'm just using such a light hand. And you see my hand is at the very end of my brush. I'm not right here at this end, I'm at the other end. If I was right here, this would give you a heavier hand. This right here allows you to have a very light touch, okay? So you just take that and you're just feathering and blending that onto the outer corner and then blending it into the crease. Let your brush naturally fall right where you have that crease, right where your eyeball and your brow bone meet, right there. Just lightly, like let it naturally fall right there. And then you kind of windshield wiper it through there, blending it. See, I never went back in for more color. I'm just using just a little bit and I'm just blending. And then I'm also blending it up so that it kind of peeks out from underneath my, like when I open my eye, you can see I have a little bit of color peeking out. I have more hooded eyes, and so my eyeshadow doesn't appear very much unless I like open my eyes or close them, I'm sorry. So I kind of want it to peek out a little bit to see that I'm actually wearing eyeshadow, okay? So very, very simple. But you see, it's just super light, very natural, but you can tell that I'm wearing eyeshadow. So now do the same thing on the other side. You can get some color on your brush and then tap it off a little bit so that you don't have a lot of fall off. Okay, so the same thing. Add in the outer corner of your eye, go on that V shape. You can keep your eye open a little bit. You can close it. You can keep it half open. Whatever you feel like helps you get that natural shape on your eye. Now, I want it to match this eye, so I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of color. Just work it until you have the right look. And if you feel like you put too much on or you kind of like went a little crazy, that's okay. Just take a makeup sponge or a tissue or a makeup brush and you just kind of brush it away. Don't let this intimidate or overwhelm you. It's fine. It's just makeup. You can wipe it off. Just practice until you feel more comfortable with it. Okay, so you just work it until you have the look that you're going for. I'm just kind of, this eye is a little bit, shaped a little bit differently, and you will have to find the same thing with your eyes. Your eyes are not twins, they're sisters. So you're just gonna have to work it until you get the look that you're going for. Now at this point, you can take the smaller end of this brush, and you can take a little bit and go underneath your eye to create a little bit of shadow under there. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this brush, this flat brush, and I'm gonna go in with the very, very light color. This is a very light shimmer. I love using this no matter what color I'm using. I love ending it with this, is I put a little bit right under here on underneath the highest point of my brow. You see how that just kind of adds a little bit of shimmer and a little highlight. And then I also add it in the inner corner of my eye. And do the same thing on the other, a little bit right here underneath that highest point of your brow, and right here on the inner corner, okay? So now I'm gonna take a makeup wedge, really simple. You can take a makeup brush, a makeup wedge, and then just clean up the edges. If you feel like it was a little bit messy, just kind of swipe it up, clean it up. You can add eyeliner at this point. I feel like eyeliner though would make your eye look more dressed up and bolder. So if you want to go for a more natural summer look, I would skip the eyeliner and just go for this, because you just have a little bit of color without too much drama. But if you do want to have a little bit more definition, go ahead and put the eyeliner on too. But there you have a very simple, very natural, very soft summer eyeshadow look. I only use these 3 simple colors that are all great on their own or buildable. You can layer them. They work great together. They're just so soft and simple and subtle. I love it. So if you want to still look put together for your summer errands, your summertime at the pool, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, then just grab some lighter colors, just simple, basic colors, and just do a light application, and it will just elevate your look. It'll help you look more put together. It will give you that nice, soft, airy look. So I will link all the colors and all the products that I used if you were interested in specifically knowing what I used. If you have any questions, just DM me or comment below, but give it a go. Try something new. Don't forget to take time for yourself. Don't become a slobby person. Like, let's take a few minutes to get ourselves ready in the morning, do your hair, put a little bit of makeup on, get dressed. We can still have a nice relaxing summer, but we can still take care of ourselves, because I believe that when we take time to feel good and look good, we do good, and that's how we show up and do better in the world. So have a fabulous day. Let me know if you have any questions, and go out there and do some good. Ciao.